Good morning, dear students. Welcome to your second term of your academic year. Children, I hope you all must have done very well in your science exam and in other exam too. Now, children, from today onwards, I am going to start a new lesson number 3, atoms and molecule. It is a part of your chemistry portion, and children, you can say it is one of the very important lesson of chemistry, as you will be studying science also in 10th standard, and many of you will be taking it in your 11th and 12th. So children, it's little a bit lengthy lesson, but you will have so many interesting new concepts. I wish if we could go through, like I could teach you through live classes for this, but definitely I'll come up with those sessions also, children. And let's begin with the topic for today, atoms and molecules. Now, children, when you will go through the textbook, you will find that in the textbook, these topics are given later on, and in the beginning of the lesson, they have given certain rules, certain principles, which are followed by atoms and molecules when they undergo the process of chemical reaction. So I think first I should introduce you to atoms and molecules. Then I think I'll be able to explain you those concepts in a better way. So let's start with the topic. What is an atom? Now children, in lesson number 1, we talked about matter, that a matter is made up of tiny particles known as molecules. Now these molecules, right, with the passage of time, with the advancement of technology, it was understood that molecules are not the tiniest particle, but but there is something else. Okay, and that we study in lesson number 2, that atoms are the smallest particle of a matter. And children, I hope you remember pure substance, impure substance, and pure substances were of two types, elements and compounds. You remember? Okay, good. So, children, atom is the smallest particle of our elements. For compound, it is something else. Okay, atoms are very small, and children, they are so small that we cannot actually have their image. Okay, and till now, we have not developed any such microscope through which we can actually see the movement and the structure of an atom. Okay, so an atom can be defined as the smallest tiny particle of matter which cannot be further divided, and it is the smallest building block of matter. So children, this is how an atom looks like, and children, this whole structure I'll be explaining you in lesson number 4. Now, initially, in the beginning of the somewhere 16th or 17th century, children, few elements were discovered, and again passage with the passage of time, some more elements were discovered. So what happened? Initially, people just gave some names, like you all must be having some nicknames, okay? Okay, so same way, children. Some of the elements they were given the names, and as per the history, it is believed that most of the elements were discovered in European country. So they have got their European names, right? So in the beginning, some certain names were given, and whatever name was given, accordingly, a short form was derived, and they were called as the symbols. For example, like in your family, if let's say you are three brother and sister, and you are the tallest, so you get a nickname Lambu, right? Or if you are fairest, you get some name. If you are the shortest, you get some another name. Or if you are youngest in your family, then lovingly you are called as Chotu, right? Same way, certain abbreviations were used in that time. But children, what happened? With the passage of time, more and more elements were discovered. So it was really confusing. So what happened? Like how we have UNESCO, how we have WHO. Same way, children, there is an organization in chemistry which is known as IUPAC. Its full form is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, which approves the name of any element or any compound, right? And now no one can give the name on its own. There are certain rules that are followed. Like how in your family, when a baby is born, we follow certain rules, right? According to horoscope, according to our religion, according to our family culture, we give that baby a new name, right? So in the same way, IUPAC gave out certain abbreviations and they were called as the symbols. Now the symbols were usually children the first letter. Okay, but children, there are certain elements like carbon, cobalt, cadmium. They all start with C. So what happened? So we cannot have C1, C2, C3, right? So second alphabet was taken. Okay, or sometimes even the Latin name has got the is taken as a symbol. Now when we write the symbols, there are certain rules. The first letter has to be capital and the second is always the small. I'll just show you example. For example, hydrogen. So only H is taken, right? Here, chlorine and cobalt. So both start with Cc. So we cannot have C1, C2, right? So it was called as CO. And children, then you should say here that ma'am, here it should be CH. Actually, chlorine has got its Latin name. Its symbol from its Latin name. Now children, there are few elements whose symbol are being taken from the Latin, German or Greek name. Okay. So actually these are only the one that will be always confusing you and these are usually the one that are asked in the exam. Okay. So children, you go through them and right. See sodium, potassium, iron, copper, silver, tin, antimony, tungsten, gold, silver, mercury. Okay, these are the symbols and they are the Latin name. You don't have to remember the Latin name. आपको सिर्फ नाम और symbol याद रखना है, right? Let's go to the next topic. Now, children, in olden times, right? Somewhere again 16th, 17th century, there was no IUPAC form. So what happened? People were keeping the names just by as per their convenience. First, hydrogen was discovered, so they kept hydrogen. Then carbon was discovered, it was kept like this. Then oxygen, and children, everything was okay as long as mercury was discovered. But then 20 element, 30 element, so it was really confusing. So that is why we had a different system of putting the symbol. So symbol of some of the common elements are hydrogen, helium, carbon, copper, cobalt, chlorine, cadmium. You can see all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They start with C, but they all have got the different symbol. Now, children, an atom is very small particle. Okay, but of course, with the help of technology, the radius is being measured and it is measured in nanometer. Now, what is nanometer? 1 upon 10 to the power 9 part of a meter is known as nanometer. Okay, so hydrogen is the smallest atom and the atomic radii of hydrogen atom is 1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Since it is given in meter, no, do not write it nanometer here. If you write nanometer, then value should be positive. And children, we should always use SI unit, so we will be using meter. Okay, children, these are size of the certain atoms. Means most of the elements that are being arranged in the periodic table. Now, just now I told you that we can see the nucleus, we can see the cell, we can see the different tissues, we can see the different cell organelles children in the microscope. But till now we are not able to design any such equipment which can show us the structure of atom. Okay, so size of the atom and structure of an atom is studied by STM. It is known as scanning tunnel method, and this has helped us to imagine that how does an atom look like. Now, children, the concept of atom was introduced very long back. Okay, and there were many scientists who came up with different concepts regarding atoms behavior, and children, it was Dalton who put up an atomic theory in which he proved all his points to be perfect. Okay, so Dalton's atomic theory. According to Dalton's atomic theory, all matter Whether element, compound or mixture, they all are made up of small particles which are known as atom. Now these atoms, all these atoms, let it be a gold atom or a carbon or let it be a oxygen, they all possessed certain common characteristics, and all these common characteristics are put together as postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, it's a very important concept, children, very oftenly asked in the exam. So matter is made up of extremely small indivisible particles which are known as atom. An atom can neither be created nor destroyed. Okay, atoms of the same substance are identical in all aspects. Means if I talk about oxygen, then all atom of oxygen, whether in America or in India or in Pakistan, it will have same size, same shape, same mass, same chemical property, etc. Atom of different, like if I take one atom of carbon and one atom of gold, definitely it is going to have different size, shape, mass, etc. An atom is the smallest particle that take part in a chemical reaction. Atoms of different elements combine with each other in a simple whole number ratio to form a compound. Means one atom will completely react with another. Half half, one fourth, it doesn't happen like that. Okay? Relative number and kind of atom are always constant in a compound. For example, children, if you take some water molecules from India, you take some water molecules from Saudi Arab, you take some water molecules from Himalaya or from any of the ocean, you will find that it has got two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom. It will not be H2O2 or H3O3. No, it will be always H2O. So children, I hope you have understood today's concept, and tomorrow we'll continue further with the same topic. Thank you and take care of yourself, children. Goodbye.